controls or traditional, just regular ass controller? Now, ever since the incarnation of the Wii a couple years back, motion controls have become a really big thing. And now we have the Kinect and PlayStation Move out, and pretty much everybody is jumping on that bandwagon as fast as they fucking possibly can. But the thing is, again, which one does everybody prefer? Granted, both of them will allow a completely different gameplay experience, but as a true-to-heart, hardcore gamer, which one is better? Now, to me, this right here is all I need. 2 analog sticks, a D-pad, shoulder buttons, triggers, the face buttons, start and select. There you go. If there's a couple extra buttons on it, so be it. But the thing is, that's all I need. This is what I've been using since I was a little kid. You know, I really don't need to fuck with it because it's not broken, so I don't need to fix it much. But there we go. Aim, shoot, got a trigger, got an action button, got another trigger here, analog stick, D-pad. This is good in a lot of ways. This can actually make games really fun and give you a completely different gameplay experience. But the problem is that most developers are really lazy and they just throw it on there. So you'll have a game that is pretty much on all 3 systems. As soon as they port it to the Wii, then all of a sudden you got retarded ass fucking controls. And it's like, do you want to look left? Look right. Oh, you gotta run. After a while, whenever you're playing a game and you're doing that for so long, especially something like, I don't know, Soul Calibur Legends, for instance, and it's like slash, 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 fuck, damn it, my arm is so tired. It feels like I beat off an entire football team. What the fuck? I'm still on the first stage! And that's actually happened. Not the beating off the football team, but the fact that I was still on the first stage, my arm felt like it was gonna fucking fall off. And it's not like I'm out of shape or something, it's just doing this constantly. I killed one enemy. That gets kind of annoying. Yeah, I do like the fact that you can do certain things with it, you know, going like this, and it'll have a very precise action within a game. But the thing is, whenever it's implemented in such a lazy fashion, it just comes off as like a horrendous fucking like thing you have to do. Like you're dreading, you're like, oh god, another enemy. Oh god, I'll just do this like I'm retarded, like, die, damn it. Like, I don't know. Me, it sounds like I'm really bashing the shit out of it. But honestly, in most cases, most of the games I've played on the Wii weren't taking advantage of the Wii Remote that much, and I just want to use a regular controller. That's all there is to it. I mean, the Wii Remote, you know, this takes advantage of most of the casual games, but the thing is, I'm not really much of a casual gamer. So, in a way, you could be like, well, that's a biased opinion. Well, I don't really give a shit, because I'm comparing a controller to a controller. And that's pretty much it. And as a hardcore gamer, as a hardcore gamer, like to play, you know, basically the Nintendo games. And any of the third-party games that come out, like, you know, Muramasa Demon Blade, you know, that game's extremely awesome. Guess what? I do not need silly-ass motion controls for that. Super Mario Galaxy did not need any of this. Legend of Zelda did not need any of this. Metroid Prime came out, it was interesting. I would much rather be playing with a regular-ass controller, though, because it was a first-person shooter. You know, that right there, those are some of the main franchises. Super Smash Bros. Brawl, guess what? Do not need motion controls, I just need this. So that makes me wonder, really, is it even worth it now? You know, one of the biggest reasons why I like this was I didn't have to buy an additional attachment or a gun to play arcade shooting games. And that's one of the things that I really liked about the Wii, was that I could just play the arcade shooting games just like this and have a blast. You know, House of Dead Overkill, House of Dead 2 and 3, and, you know, shit like that. I was just like, yeah, that's so fucking awesome. And I did. I played the living shit out of them. With the regular-ass remote. That's pretty cool. But the thing is, ultimately, it just doesn't cut it with a lot of the games that are being made right now. And the thing is, developers have to go too far out of their way to really utilize these in such a way that it's going to make gamers, you know, stop, turn, and say, you know what, I would really like to try that. And that's the problem, is that if they have to go too far out of their way, and also if they cannot port it to other game consoles with great ease so that they can get the most bang for their buck, so that they can continue developing games, then the developer isn't really going to want to try to do that, and they're just going to move forward. And that's pretty much what ends up happening. So ultimately, this right here works just fine. You know, granted, the mouse and keyboard setup, that's also extremely awesome too. But, I mean, ultimately, I'm comparing just console controllers at the moment. But all around, yeah, I have to say, if I got to pick between the two, I'd pick this. You know, nothing's really going to beat the standard controller. There are going to be no fucking VR sensors that we can just go and drop over our head and, you know, use that. No, fuck that. I end up stumbling around my room like a drunk-ass fucking prick and knocking over shit and breaking something, like stomping on my cat by accident. Meanwhile, I think I'm walking upstairs. You know, and the Wii Remote just, you know, it's kind of neat as a novelty, but that's about it. It could never ever replace something that Nintendo helped started, and that was a basic controller. So yeah, that's my take on it. So I'm kind of wondering, what do you guys think? I'm sure that all of you have at least tried the Wii, and obviously play, you know, the basic systems and everything that are out. So what's your take? Do you like the traditional controls, you know, or do you prefer the motion control? You know, with like the cameras and, you know, the fucking PlayStation Move type controller, which is basically just a Wii Remote. You know, what do you guys think? Do it, comment, argue, fight,